I grew up to study the brain because I have a brother who has been diagnosed with a brain disorder, schizophrenia, and a sister, and later as a scientist, I wanted to understand why is it that I can take my dreams, I can connect them to my reality, and I can make my dreams come true. What is what is it about my brother's brain and his schizophrenia that he can't connect his dreams to a common and shared reality? So they instead become delusions. So I dedicated my career to research into the server.
So from this,
I moved from my home state of India to Boston, where I was working in lab Dr. Francis Banis and Harvard Department of the Psychology. And in the lab, we were asking the question, what are the biologic differences between the brains of individuals who would be diagnosed as normal control as compared with brains of individuals diagnosed with schizophrenia, schizoaffective, or bipolar disorder? So we were essentially mapping the microcircuitry of the brain, which cells are communicated with which cells, with which chemicals, and then in what quantities of those chemicals. So there was a lot of meaning in my life because I was performing this type of research during the day. But then in but then in the evening and on weekend I traveled as an advocate for NAMI, the National Alliance of Mental. But on the morning of December 10, 1996, I woke up to discover that I had a brain disorder of my own. A blood vessel exploded in left half of my brain, and in a course of 4 hours, I watched my brain completely deteriorate and its ability to process all information. On the morning of a hammering, I could not walk, talk, read, write, or recall any of my life. I essentially became I infant in a woman's body. If you've ever seen a human brain, it's obvious that that the two hominids are, and I have brought for you a real human brain. So this is a real human brain. This is a front brain, the back of brain with a spine cord hanging down, and his is how is would be position inside. And when you look at the brain, it's obvious that two cerebral cortices are completely separate from one another. For those of you who understand computers, our right hemisphere functions like a parallel processor, while our left him function like a serious processor. The two hemispheres do communicate with one another through a corpus callosum, which is made up of some 300 million axonal fibers, but other two hemispheres are completely separate because they process information differently. Each of our hemispheres think about different things. they care about different things, and there I say they have very different personalities. Excuse me, thank you. It's been a joy. Our right human hemisphere is all about this present moment. It's all about right here, right now. Our right hemisphere, it thinks in picture and it learns our bodies. Information in a form of energy streams in simultaneously through all of our sensory sensors, and then it explodes in enormous collage of what is present moment looks like, what this present moment smells like and tastes like, what it feels like, and what it sounds like. And I'm an energy being connected to energy all around me through the consciousness of my right hemisphere. We are energy beings connected to one another through the consciousness of our right hemisphere as one human family. And right here, right now, we are brothers and sisters on this planet, here, here to make the world a better place. And in this moment, we are perfect, we are whole, and we are beautiful. My left hemisphere, our left hemisphere, is very different place. Our left hemisphere think linearly and methodically. Our left hemisphere is all of about the past, and it's all about future. Our left hemisphere is designed to take the enormous collage of present moment and start picking out details and more details about those details. It's then categorize and organize all that information, associates it with everything in past, and projects into the future all of our possibilities. And our left hemisphere thinks in languages, and it's that ongoing brain shudder that connects me, my internal world, to my external world. It's that little voice that say to me, hey, you have got to remember to pick up bananas. I need them in the morning. It's that calculating intelligence that remind me when I have to do my laundry. But perhaps most important, it's that little voice that says to me, I am, I am. And as soon as my left hemisphere say to me, I am, I become separate. I become single solid individual, separate from energy flow to me and separate for you. And this was the portion of my brain that I lost on my morning, on my stroke, on the morning of the stroke. I woke up to pounding pain behind my left eye, and it was a kind of pain, caustic pain. It just gripped me, and then it released me, and then it just gripped me, and then it released me. And it was very unusual for me to ever experience and kind of brain. So I thought, okay. So I got up and jumped onto my karate full body for exercise machine, and I'm jamming away on. I'm realizing that my hands look my protective clothes raspy, and I thought that's very peruke, and looked down my body, and I thought, oh, I am a weird looking thing, and I was as through my consciousness from my normal perception of reality when I am a person on machine having experience to some esoteric space where I am wishing myself having his and was